What's good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to cut the entire Colts roster and play through a whole season with a new rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson. As you guys may know, Anthony Richardson is 6'4" and 245 pounds, man. I honestly think this guy can play any position on the field. He can play linebacker, he can play wide receiver, he can cook me dinner, he can tuck me into bed at night. I don't know what this man can do.
What do you mean by that?
But actually, in today's video, I'm going to draft a full rookie roster squad and try to win the Super Bowl. This is going to be super hard because I won't have the help of my boy Jonathan Taylor, gone. Shaquille Leonard, gone. DeForest Buckner, gone. But I did get mad first round picks though. So first things first, we got to draft our new team. And the first person we get is my boy Trey Cummings. My boy also got hidden dev too. But our next pick is honestly one of my favorites, and it's my boy Brian Cheeks. And this dude runs a 4.56 40-meter dash. Like what? Like that is crazy for a right end. Bro also has amazing stats as well, but it doesn't stop there. Tremaine Wakefield is a sleeper pick that I pick up around round 13 with 93 acceleration and 96 speed off the rip. And he has hidden development as well. I'm going to fly through the rest of these picks, but tell me why the Colts love to sign an old washed quarterback and think we're going to even touch the playoffs.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
So this is what the team is looking like after the draft, and I'm probably going to give Anthony Richardson a star if he can prove himself this season. We got a lot of good talent on both sides of the field. I honestly think our defense is really bad at the moment. I mean, we still got some pretty solid guys in certain places, but I feel like any offense in the NFL can score on us, so it's going to be tough trying to get our guys up, but we'll have to make it work. It's now time for Anthony Richardson's season debut against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As of right now, Tampa Bay is looking like a really solid team with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Vita Vea. Literally on the first drive of the season, our defense gets a safety and puts us up 2 points at the start of the game. Anthony Richardson throws a nice clean in-stride catch for a nice gain. We then score our first touchdown with our rookie running back, Broderick Campbell. And so far, the defense is really surprising me, but as I said that, Tampa Bay goes down and scores another touchdown. So I throw a quick little screen pass and get a cool 20-yard gain. On the next play, Anthony Richardson throws a beautiful toe tapper catch. Anthony then hits Mike with a back shoulder catch to lead him into the end zone for a touchdown with 18 seconds left in the second quarter. I open up the second half with the design QB run to see how athletic Anthony Richardson is. And on our first run, we get a first down and then some. We convert on the drive, and this is the first time we are up on Tampa Bay. In the last seconds of the game, Tom Brady, that's their new rookie quarterback, Hull, threw a pick in the last second of the game, and we get a nice interception. And we close out the game and go into victory formation for the win. But after the game, one of our star receivers, Gordon, comes up to me and he's like, "Bro, I didn't get the football like you said I was." And I was like, "Look, man, a win is a win."
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
So for game number 2, we are playing the Carolina Panthers. But before we get into that, if you guys want 2023 to be the best summer yet, then hit that subscribe button and I can guarantee you this summer will definitely be a movie. But anyways, we're going against the #1 draft pick out of Alabama, Bryce Young. This will be a heavily anticipated game and a good opportunity for Anthony Richardson to show his talent. During the first drive of the game, the Carolina Panthers run an easy touchdown up the middle to put 7 on the board. The Panthers get a stop, and Carolina capitalizes on this opportunity and scores another touchdown. Honestly, right now it feels like we're going to get 21 scump in the first half if we don't change our game plan. So on the next drive, I noticed that the Panthers are sending the package, so I threw a quick little screen to the outside for a quick little tutty. The Colts need to get a stop here, and luckily we do and hold them to a field goal. We then march up the field to about the 20-yard line and we hit another one of our guys up the middle for an easy possession catch. During the next play, we give the ball to Campbell. again, and he scores his second touchdown of the day. He's honestly going crazy right now. He's showing out. He's doing the John Cena celebration, talking about they can't see him, and he's the main one keeping us in the game right now. Bryce Young gets the ball and feels that pressure coming, so he chucks up the ball, and luckily with that pressure we grab the interception. And y'all already know AR-15 throws a perfect bullet pass to take the lead. Bryce Young has 26 seconds to march down the field, but my boy on the island makes a wonderful play and closes out the game, and now the Colts are 2-0. So the next team we are going against is the Tennessee Titans, and the person that I'm honestly really worried about right now is the man himself, Derrick Henry. And with having a full rookie defense, I'm not sure any of them are used to playing a monster like him in the backfield. Just looking at his stats alone, he averages almost 5 yards a carry. So my defense really needs to step up to the challenge today. But starting off, the Colts and the Titans go back and forth and get stops on both sides of the ball. But next, Tennessee gets the ball again and they try for a field goal that almost gets blocked, but it is good for the 3-point conversion. Anthony Richardson drops back and throws a nice little thread the needle pass for the touchdown in between 4 defenders to my boy Rashad Gordon. The Titans put some more points on the board, so now we're kind of getting desperate, and he gets a nice little 20-yard gain to get the first down. And at this point, I noticed the Tennessee Titans are literally scoring at will, so I'm literally just gonna sim through the rest of the game. And as you can see, this is a horrible game. This is a massacre, and we lose 45-7. And I know a lot of you guys are disappointed watching right now, and I'm honestly really disappointed in my team as well. But it's only up from here. But finally, AR-15 does get an upgrade, and he gets star development, and then something crazy happens. I upgraded Brian Cheeks to 77 overall, and he unlocks Superstar X Factor. And I'm honestly really excited that my defensive player unlocks Superstar X Factor, and I feel like he is really going to be the foundation on the defensive side of the ball. So fast forward a couple weeks later, it is now time for the get back season, and I'm not going to lie to you, we honestly have been losing a lot of games with the Colts. We just can't come through with the win. I don't know what's going on. We are trying to get the #1 seed, and the team in our way is the Tennessee Titans. So starting off with the game, I run the ball and there's literally nowhere to go, and we lose yards on that play. On the next drive, Tennessee tries to throw the ball on 3rd and 14, and our defender was on the wide receiver like glue as he tries to throw a simple out route, and it looks like we're gonna take it back all the way, but then I get too cocky and start celebrating way too early. I missed the pylon.
Are you serious right now, bro?
For the touchdown. But I easily just hand the ball off to my fullback for the easy 1-yard touchdown. It is now time for the defense to show what we got, and we're going to try to blitz on 4th and 1, but Derrick Henry just utterly destroys my defender and lays him out like a pancake, and he literally just keeps on going with 4 defenders on his back. Dale literally got stiffed arm so bad by Derrick Henry that his rib cage gets shattered, and he is questionable to return for the rest of the season. But luckily, we get a stop, but we have to win this game. That's the only thing on my mind that I'm thinking about right now. On the next play, AR-15 notices a mismatch with the linebacker and running back, and he makes a beautiful cut for the end zone for the tutty. As of right now, we're up 14-0, but the Tennessee Titans came back and scored a touchdown during the next drive. They then get a stop on us, and they march down to the 5-yard line, and they're hoping to tie the game up in the last minutes of the game. We send pressure towards the quarterback, and he throws a pick in the end zone to finish them off. Since it's kind of the mid-season, a lot of our players are starting to unlock their hidden development. Our center just got star development, and our team is really coming together now. We are playing the 3-6 Atlanta Falcons for our next game. And for a couple of drives, no one could score, but finally the Colts put some points up on the board, and Atlanta responds with a touchdown as well. Richardson throws a pick, and the Atlanta Falcons go up 14-7. This is probably one of the worst games Anthony Richardson has ever played. AR-15 drops back in the pocket and notices an open slot in the seams for an easy touchdown to tie the game. As the third quarter is winding down, Atlanta makes a fatal mistake and tries to throw a crossbody throw, which we get an easy interception, and I'm hoping we finally get our first pick six, but we get caught at the 1 yard line again for the second time in a row. But luckily Campbell runs it in for an easy 1 yard touchdown, and we're up by 7 points now. The rest of the game, nobody scores, and we take the dub against the Atlanta Falcons. Our middle linebacker, Tony Zahn, unlocks Superstar, and he gets the closer ability. I decided to put Unstoppable Force on Brian Cheeks just because that's one of my favorite D-lineman X Factors to use in Madden Ultimate Team. But next up, we are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, and I think this is going to be a really good game. We are both evenly matched up, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well. On the first drive, Anthony Richardson throws a 28-yard pass to Wakefield to give us the easy touchdown. The defense gets a stop, and we drop back in the pocket, and I see our tight end is wide open on the sideline. The Colts run it in for an easy touchdown, and we're up 14-0 on the Jags. I also wanted to give a quick little shout out to all the graduates in high school and in college, and to everybody that just got out of school, because I know this year was most definitely a grind for sure. But back to the game, the defense is really getting stops on the Jaguars offense, and we hit a field goal to go up 17-0. But on the next drive, the Jacksonville Jaguars put 7 on the board, and to my surprise, the Jags are having a little comeback now, and it's a 3-point game. Trevor Lawrence is throwing dots down the field, and if he scores, then that would be another L for the books. But luckily, we get a holding call to send them back 10 yards, so now it's 1st and 20, and I'm really trying to play far back, and our D-line gets enough pressure to get another 10-yard sack, and now they're 2nd and 30. And literally on the next play, we get another sack to make it 4th and 34. Obviously, the Jags are going for it because they can't kick a field goal from that far, so they launch a deep ball, and it's an incomplete pass. We then just need the ball, and we take the dub 17-14. I'm really liking where the Colts are at right now. They're starting to become more self-sufficient, and they're able to stop more teams now. And to my surprise, Brent unlocks Superstar development. I'm really happy to see that the talent is developing. The playoff pictures just came out, and it looks like we're going to be playing the Titans game 1. And then after that, I think we're going to be playing the Chiefs just because they're the number 1 seed, and Patrick Mahomes will be a force to be reckoned with, and we really have to step up to the challenge. But on the other side though, it's really surprising to see the Panthers, who were one of the worst teams last year, become the number 1 team in the NFC this year with the new addition player Bryce Young. But I honestly think it's going to be us versus the Panthers in the end. But for our last game of the season, we are playing the Bengal Tigers, and we have to go against Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Our corners might struggle against the receiving corps. We do a quick little run to the left, and Campbell does a quick little jab step to break the defender's ankles. And then we just run it in for an easy touchdown. Joe Burrow steps back in the pocket and throws a high pass to T. Higgins, and he literally head taps my defender and hits the nay-nay on my head. So we do a little jet sweep to the outside for an easy 10-yard gain. Anthony throws a slant pass to my tight end in stride. We get the ball again, so I throw a back shoulder corner route to Rashad Gordon, and we're up by 21 points. We are literally exposing the Bengal Tigers right now, and we just keep on running the score on them. And they're honestly a really good team, but in the end, the score is 13-31. So now it is time for the first round of the playoffs, and I accidentally simmed the first game, and it literally could have ended the whole playthrough. But luckily, the Colts came out with the dub, and I'm so happy we didn't lose. Next up, we're going against MVP Patrick Mahomes, 99 overall, with 5,267 yards and 51 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. The stats honestly explain why they're 15-2. We are playing at Kansas City, and it's snowing right now, but it won't affect our game because Anthony Richardson can do it all. The Chiefs' momentum is really messing me up right now because it's showing me different plays than what I picked in the playbook. But I drop back in the pocket with Anthony Richardson and throw an absolute dot to Rashad Gordon, and I'm really going to need him to show out this game. Next, I score the first touchdown of the game with Tremaine on a little out route, and as of right now, AR-15 is slicing the defense like butter right now, and he's throwing beautiful dots and getting huge games every time. Today, I'm going to let Rashad cook because he is going really crazy right now. That was a beautiful throw by Anthony Richardson, but Rashad's back corner catch was immaculate. But there's one person who you can never doubt, and it's the man himself, Patrick Mahomes. I thought I could leave my defense to clamp him up for 1 minute, but this dude doesn't miss. So he tied the game, and I'm honestly really scared right now. I see Gordon burns his defender, so I throw a sideline ball, and he makes a beautiful catch, and there's 11 seconds on the clock to score. I'm looking. Then I see Wakefield in the end zone wide open for the touchdown. So now we go up 27-17. And of course, Patrick Mahomes scores another touchdown. So now it's only 27-24. Luckily, we get a penalty called, so we're going to bring them back 10 more yards. And I honestly gave him too much time because this dude is on fire right now. The Chiefs can't get the first down, so they kick a field goal to tie up the game with 10 seconds left. With 10 seconds left, I make it to the 20-yard line and kick the game-winning field goal to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. In the AFC Finals, we are playing the Baltimore Ravens. The Colts get a stop on 4th and 5, and Justin Tucker lines up for a 45-yard field goal. But what? It was a fake? He literally has one guy to beat, and we luckily stopped him a couple yards shy of the first down. That honestly had me sweating for a second, and I realized that I'm actually going to have to sit up. But you already know it's a quick little out route to put 7 on the board. Axon Jackson tried to force the ball in the end zone for a touchdown, but we played great defense. So we hold them to a field goal. Next, I throw a little play action for a 20-yard gain. I forgot to mention in the Chiefs game, our tight end did get injured, and I only drafted one rookie tight end, and so I had to pick up a free agent tight end, Jelani Woods, for this game until he returns. The Baltimore Ravens score a touchdown and go for 2 and make it a 3-point game. But for right now, all I'm trying to do is drain the clock and run the ball so the Ravens have as little time as possible. I find Jelani Woods in the back of the end zone for another touchdown. And the miraculous Colts defense get another stop, and we go into victory formation to go on to the Super Bowl. And ironically, we're back where we started. If you guys don't remember, the first game was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now the team looks a lot different now, but so do we. We finally made it, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it's time for Anthony Richardson to become Super Bowl MVP. This was a really fun experience, though. This is my first time playing a full franchise, playing all the way through, and I just wanted to thank you guys for watching the video. And I'm really excited to play this game out for you guys. But enough of me talking. It's time for the defense to get a stop on 3rd and 11, and luckily we hold them to only a field goal. And Frank Reich is talking to Anthony Richardson, giving him a little pep talk. The run game is looking amazing at the start. We get about 15 yards and then some, and then AR-15 drops back in the pocket. I don't really see any open wide receivers, so I take off up the middle of the field and run for a cool little 17 yards, and just like that, Kimple runs it in for a touchdown. It's 1st and 10, and we don't let them complete a pass, but on 2nd down, Chris Godwin finds the weak spot, and Tampa Bay is a really solid team all around. I feel like this one might go down to the wire, and hopefully we come out on top. They make the mistake of trying to throw a pass like the Seahawks in the Super Bowl on the 1-yard line, and we send the package and get a stop. And my boy does the Cristiano Ronaldo Sui. Muchas gracias, afición. Este para vosotros. On his head, so we hold him to another field goal, and we're up by 1 point with 54 seconds left on the clock. And literally on the next drive, I throw a pick, trying to throw out of a sack and give Tampa Bay an opportunity to go up on us. And luckily, my man is playing perfect defense, and they kick a 50-yard field goal, and it is good. So now, this is the first time that Tampa Bay is up on us. I go for a deep bomb, and it is good and puts us on the 25-yard line. And I tried running up the middle again, but Vita Vea said he's not having it. So I just do a little QB sneak up the middle for the first down. I see Jelani Woods open for an easy touchdown, and I go for 2. I don't even know why I went for 2, but it doesn't really matter because we're up by 6 points. Holt throws a nice pass to Mike Evans, and Deo gets a dislocated shoulder, and he will not be able to return for the rest of the game. Tampa Bay tries for another field goal and they finally miss it with 2 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. I'm thinking we have this game wrapped up and we're going to win the Super Bowl, but Tampa Bay defense is not giving up yet. So I see my wide receiver is wide open and he makes an amazing catch, and then he freaking fumbles. And Tampa Bay recovers the ball. And right now I'm getting flashbacks to the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl against the Bucs, and I'm not trying to go out that sad. And this play will forever haunt me for the rest of my life. I can't even show it to you guys because Tampa Bay scores just like that and we lose the game. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Psych! I'm just playing with y'all. You already know. Third time is the charm, and we finally get our first pick 6 of the season. Julius is the savior of the game to put away Tampa in the Super Bowl. And just because we go for 2, just to flex on them, because why not? And literally mid-game, the Tampa Bay players are falling on the ground, crying on their knees for going out that sad. Because of this epic defeat, Hole is trying to do his best to score quickly to save the game, but little does he know it's not going to work, and just like that, the game is over and we get another pick. Julius is most definitely the defensive MVP with 2 picks in the Super Bowl tonight. He saved us not only once, but twice in the end. So just like that, we win the Super Bowl 23-9, and Anthony Richardson cannot believe his eyes. I honestly can't even believe myself that we won the Super Bowl with this team. I honestly really liked playing with these guys, and they did a really amazing job. They truly do deserve the Super Bowl this year, and of course the MVP has to be the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Richardson. This was a really fun franchise game, and it was kind of my first time learning the ropes of the game. And this is what the team is looking like after the season. A lot of people have star, and as you can see, we got someone with X Factor on defense and 2 guys with superstar, and we really came a long way, man. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the video all the way through, and I'm out. Peace.